Well, The Alchemist, it is a book about the necessity to pay the price of your dream and to follow your dream. It is the story of a shepherd boy who has a dream about a treasure hidden near the pyramids. And he decides to check what happens. And then he starts a fantastic journey in search of this treasure. In the middle of the road, of course, he realizes that the treasure is not the thing that it is hidden near the pyramids, but the journey itself.
I like the story and what it represents. It's a new fairy tale, but it could really happen 200 years ago. There is no mention of any moments in time where the story happened. You don't really know when you read the story when is the moment. It could really be happening today, like it could happen 200 years ago. That's what I loved about it. And on the other level, it really inspired me to follow my dreams also, and to write a symphony, which is something I always wanted to do since I started to make music.
I had this necessity of creating a book with a kind of rhythm. And it was not a surprise when, for the first time in my life, I got a call from Taieb asking whether he could make a symphony out of The Alchemist.
After working a little while on it, I tried to contact the author of the book, thinking maybe he can give me the authorization and using quotes from the book for the CD. And I got no news from them for over 6 months. And then one day I received an email from the author, from Paulo Coelho, saying that he was honored that I'm writing something on this book. And actually met him and he loved the music. And then it was like meeting the Alchemist a little bit. And he totally wanted to support the music, which was really amazing.
He put the 4 movements of the symphony. And all of a sudden, I forgot everybody. I forgot that I was in New York. And I was back to the middle of the desert. I was back to Egypt, to that very special moment who inspired me the end of the book. I was very, very moved. I turned to him and I said, you know, this is a very difficult and a very difficult project, because nobody today pays attention to classical music. And he said, no, I follow my dream. I will do that. And I was deeply moved by these words. I said, okay, then the universe will conspire to help you. And it was like this.
The symphony is based on its 8th movement. Each movement illustrates a piece of the book, a part of the book. So I was reading the book over and over while I was composing the music, and it worked in a very special way. For some reason, it's just very visual, which is a mystery in music. How music can be so visual. When I finished to write the 8th movement, I realized that the movements were really concentrated. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make those movements with tons of information in it. That it takes 10 times to really listen to the movements and hear all the theme of it, because there is so many of them. With the interludes, it's totally the opposite. It's totally improvised. I give the direction to the musician, and then it's really come from the heart directly, like somebody narrating the story. So they're very different, and they also make long pause between the movements, and when the movement arrives, then you have time to really start over again and listen to the details of them separately.
In 1998, there will be the 10th anniversary of The Alchemist. I wrote it 10 years ago. It was a book that it was refused by several publishers that didn't sell at all at the beginning, but I was perseverant. I believed in that book, so I decided to insist. And now, 10 years later, the book is translated in nearly every language in the world. and published in 74 countries. And my agent decided to create an event out of the 10th anniversary of the book.
Suddenly, he just announced me, we need to make a celebration for the 10th anniversary of the book. When I wrote the symphony, I didn't know it was the 10th anniversary, since the book's been translated only for 3 years in Europe and America. I didn't know the book was so old, and it took a lot of time for him to export it around the world. And he asked me if I wanted to make a concert in the city of Tarifa, where the book takes place, where the story of the book takes place, in a church where the book starts, with a symphonic orchestra, to celebrate the 10th anniversary of The Alchemist.
The symphony will be played by Spanish musicians in an old castle in Tarifa, and broadcast all over the world through some television channels, and my publishers from all over the world will attend to this event, and I hope this will be a very interesting party.